Going to be a tough video for some of you, but it's the truth because I know a lot of you guys have been here before. You have this woman that you want, but she's not giving you the time of day, saying things like she's not looking for a relationship right now, etc. And every single time you ask her out, she's deflecting or brushing you off, things of that nature. So you moved on, doing great in life, and she comes back one day acting like nothing ever happened. She won't tell you this, but what really happened is that she's run out of options and she's fallen back on the man that she friend zoned during the time when she wasn't ready to settle down. It happens all the time. A lot of women push aside good men, and when the desire to become a wife and a mother starts setting in because everybody around her is in thriving relationships and marriages, she tries to run back to the same good men that she friend zoned. The good old feminists today call it their soft woman era. So in other words, they're done messing around and now they're ready to settle down and be treated like a queen and spoiled. This type of woman is bad news because she sees you as an escape plan. She's storing away a bunch of men just like you for a rainy day because in her mind, she's already got you in the bag. And when she's done playing the field, she can always come back and settle down with you. But you're not an option to double back to. You're not a plan B. You deserve not to be stored away in a line of a bunch of other men. These type of women are leeches. They act like they don't want you, but the truth is that they know you're good for them. They know the qualities and values you possess, but they're not ready for you. So they use you for your advice, for your knowledge, your opinions, your emotional support, your shoulder to cry on, etc. But the day will come, the day always comes, when the men that she's running around with, the bad boys, get tired of her. And she has no one that's truly there for her because her game in the field is over. Those women often end up pushing the I'm independent, I don't need a man narrative. It's a chess move, guys. So stay one step ahead. So until the next video, I'll see you guys later.
I want single mothers to date. Like, I have a daughter, and in my experience, I've never had a problem going on dates, finding guys. I just want to know why guys think that women who have kids should lower their standards or not date at all.
The bar's high. Right. The bar's high for me.
I feel like nobody wants to really settle down anymore. And I don't think it's because they don't want to be in love or married. I think it's just because we're all just so broke. Like, I can't even think how I'm going to afford to next week, let alone more kids, a husband. Like, everyone's like, what's holding you back a day? Money.
No, it's not.
I just wanted to say that I would like to get married now because I'd like to split the bills with someone. Like, the bills are coming up and they're due and I'm paying them all by myself. And I just feel like once I get married, then I'll have somebody else who will pay 50% of the bills. So if you too want to get married because you're tired of paying all the bills by yourself, then let me know.
No.
Okay, guys, let's talk about what happened to a woman when a woman hit the wall. When she hit the wall, that means it's game for you guys. You have a chance in. At this point, she is crying. She is desperate. She is lonely. She feel like she ain't gonna get a man. And the first man come to marry her, she's gonna jump on it because she's desperate. She wanna marry a man. She's seen younger girls coming up in the game, getting flown out. She's seen younger girls getting married that's in their early pre-airs, like I want to say from 18 to 25, and let's say she's about 25 to 30. This is at this point when she's in meltdown. She's in that zone when she's crying. She can't sleep at night. She got kicked out of Candyland. She got a meltdown. This is because guys ain't talking to her no more. Guys ain't checking for her no more. The guy she could have pulled 3 years ago, she can't pull no more because she's getting older, and she realized her chance is slimming and it's closing. And if she want kids and the clock is ticking, she grew more desperate and desperate. And I'm telling you, once she hit that wall, guys, she is a shut up woman. Her confidence go down, and you could date any one of these girls. You could have a field day with them because their mindset is like this. Their confidence is like this. They're at the lowest they could be. That's why I say, guy, stay on the purpose. And that girl that you think is out of your league, she not out of your league. She could get you. You could get that person. Any girl you want, guys, you can get. Trust me. She might lose her looks. She might get overweight. And then you could have her. Just wait. All these girls talking all this smack on here, they're going to get old. And they will not be able to get the guy that they want. Just look at what I'm telling you guys. Stay
Excuse me,
blessed.
sir. Do you see me? Do you see me? This is how I'm looking like, and I turned 25 this year. I'm pretty sure when I turn 30, I'm not hitting a fucking wall. Why? Because black don't crack, baby!
Child, I was in here the other night on live, and a guy asked me what was I gonna do because I had them hit the damn wall. And I'm sitting up there, I'm offended because of shit. At 42 years old, I done hit the wall. Well, goddamn. So when I was in here, doing my thing, it came back to me like, girl, you done hit the damn wall. And then I just started laughing. You know why? Because hitting the wall for me ain't no damn insult. The number of walls that I have hit and had in front of me as a tall, dark-skinned, loud, country, fast-talking black woman throughout my life are countless. But one of the things I can tell you that for every wall I hit, I never hit the wall and just laid there and took it. I done hit the wall so many times, but let me tell y'all something. When I hit the wall, get what? I will hit the wall, I will dust myself off, get my ass up, and I will doggone keep running. Shit, I done dug holes and went underneath the wall. I done scoured the damn wall. Hell, why you bullshitting? I done went around the wall. I done blew the motherfucking wall up. Baby, let me tell y'all, I done made myself invisible and I done walked straight through the wall. Well, let me tell you something. Every time I hit a wall, I wasn't scared. It didn't scare me. It didn't deter me. The only thing it did was give me more motivation. It made me more dedicated, and I persevered. People have to hit that "you've hit the wall" mantra because they asked them hit the wall, and when they hit the wall took their ass out. They didn't know what to do. They looked to the left, they looked to the right, they looked behind them, and they didn't have no options. And quiet as it's kept, there are so many people who are afraid of hitting the wall. Can you imagine hitting the wall and having nothing to pick yourself up with?
I would never say that love completely stops once you get to a certain age. Obviously, that's not true. But it is okay to be honest about trends and to be realistic about how things change as people age, mature, or progress. So, looking at a situation and saying, okay, as people get older, as they get past a certain age, the likelihood of them marrying dramatically decreases. That's not a judgment. That is not, trying to be negative. That's just what's happening. And so I think having honest discussions about that is actually helpful. Also, it's like we should also be honest about the things that men and women are generally looking for in each other. For example, again, men who are looking for women generally are looking for particular things. Beauty, youth, fertility. These are all things that generally guys are attracted to, whereas women, right, usually looking at success, stability, safety. And we can go back and forth. Of course, it's going to be different for individual person, but by and large, when they're talking about how the genders generally perceive each other, this is not rocket science. We all know this. So again, having honest conversations about the way people are actually moving and the way trends are happening is not passing judgment, and it's not telling women it can't happen. It's just being honest about what it could mean if you wait and if you put off something that does have ramifications for it. And I think far too often women are told, take your time, focus on a career, do all these other things, but they're not prepared for what it could actually mean if you enter the dating market at 50 versus 25. There's going to be a difference. And I think we should be honest about that, especially if you're wanting specific results.
And another man who couldn't get this if he fucking tried, who won't even show his face up on this app because he's probably so unattractive and overweight and everything else you would think Republicans would be.
I'm 27. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm actually about to have a mental breakdown. I literally work 2 jobs, live in a house. It's great, everything's good. But you know what? What the fuck am I doing? Every day I wake up, I'm like, is there a fucking purpose to this? Ugh.
So I took this comment off of a post that Kate made, where the discussion seems to be centered around women and the number of sexual partners they choose to have, and the age that they are choosing to think about settling down and getting married and having children. And Toastman says that's actually false, and that's in response to a statement where someone says it's actually been proven that the happiest group of people are single women with no children. And he says, so that's actually false. When women hit the wall, apparently women hit a wall. Now, I'm not sure if that's the wall of how many sexual partners we've had, or an age, or what it is, but they wonder where all the good men are. They are lonely watching their friends have families. So, Toastman, my question to you is, why are you not worried about the young men that are hanging out in bars during their 20s? Or the men that are hanging out in bars in their 30s and 40s that are preying on these young women in their early 20s and trying to put them in situations and relationships that they really shouldn't be in? Why is that not a concern to you? When do men hit the wall and look up and go, oh, I wasted my 20s screwing all these women and drinking and going out with my buddies and having a good time? Why are you not worried about that? When do they hit the wall? Maybe you should think about mentoring some young men, because it's kind of creepy that you're so concerned about young women. Maybe leave that to the women for us to mentor them. And you can worry about raising good men and helping men learn to have good values and be selective about their sexual partners and the number of sexual partners they have. And to be careful about, hitting that wall. But I'd be interested in knowing, when do women hit the wall and when do men hit the wall in your view? Really interested to know. And why you don't discuss men in this at all. Concentrate on raising better men. Women are just fine.
That was not my experience at all. Like, I got divorced at 32 years old, and, like, I had absolutely no problem dating at all. And, like, even, like, I had more men in their 20s interested in me than I had, like, in my own 20s. Like, what you're saying here is a complete myth, and, like, I still get a lot of attention, although I'm, like, already married and 36. Wall isn't a thing for women, because we still look fantastic in our 30s. Meanwhile, like, men don't, like, wash their face with real soap because it makes them gay, apparently. And they don't know what the fuck sunscreen is. I don't know any women in their 30s that have a hard time getting dates. But a lot of men bitch about how picky women are, and they just don't give them a chance.